Today's another printmaking day and I'm going to be making this piece over here. I also had some people telling me that my art pieces and my prints do not resonate with them. They think that my prints are not the prettiest thing. Some even say ugly. And I think that these people truly suck. Because everyone deserves to do art in their own ways and do whatever they want with their pieces. Maybe perhaps it is not something that I can do or I want to do, but everyone has their own flair and have their own interpretation and want to do art their own ways. I don't think those are really helpful because you're not giving me an opinion or a comment that can help me improve. I think it's just unsolicited and unhelpful. But enough of me being defensive. I am just going to make my own art today and not caring about all these inconclusive opinions about my art. I just transferred this print into this block, and this is my first architecture print, so I'm really excited to make them. And while I was doing this transfer, I was also thinking of a bigger question, which is why do I care about other people's opinions? And some of them are unsolicited, some of them really shook me to the core of my own belief. I was also thinking that, these opinions don't just exist in art, like my art, but also in other aspects of my life. That's when I realized that why I care about them is because I care about these things. I care about making them mine, and these are my own thing. And because I care about them so much, a lot of these opinions really just cast a lot of doubt in my own abilities. They made it sound like I can be better, and it just shakes my own personal belief in myself. This isn't just in my head. I have seen it played out in opinions, like changing certain directions because I try to appease to them. And that's not really good, because then would I have lost my own identity because that's the most important thing in art? I hope not. Oh my god, I just finished this linoleum block and this is really hard because there's so many intricate details and I'm not too sure whether carving on such a small block is the right direction, but I think I'm going to redo this in a bigger, probably A4 to A3 size of block. I think that's going to be easier for me to carve out those intricate details. And I also use one of these knives, this like very flat U knife. And this flat U knife is very good to carve out at the end to finish it off. There were many uncarved areas because I didn't know how to use this particular knife, and it was a lot of uneven areas. I didn't know how to smooth it, I didn't know how to carve, and I just left it as that. When it prints out, there were quite a bit of mess or quite a bit of prints and inking on areas that I didn't want to print out. So since then, I actually unpacked all my things and I was looking at all my old prints. And because it was one of my favorite prints, I decided to just carve out those uncarved areas because it was just too messy and it's not my direction anymore, my artistic direction. And there were some comments that made to me that they actually preferred the previous style because it feels more uncarved, it feels more real, it feels more printmaking. But when I asked myself and when I doubted myself at a point of time, I don't know whether it was the right artistic direction. But in the end, I really reflected and really asked myself, is this what I like? And is this what makes me feel better? I realized that the decision of making this particular edit was not about pleasing others or anyone at all. It was all because I just wanted to make the edit, and it's all from myself instead. My art skill has gotten a lot better than say like a year or two ago after doing all this printmaking every week as my weekly routine. And I'm really proud of this print, especially since all these details are really intricate and they're really hard to carve out. And unfortunately, even though I'm happy with this print, there are definitely going to be some comments and opinions out there that's going to criticize me and telling me about their comments and opinions that's not going to sit well on me. And if I never really validate myself or give myself a chance, then I'm never going to give myself a shot, and I will never tell myself that I'm good enough, wouldn't I? We always think that we need other people's perspective or other people's opinion, but honestly, what we actually need is just for us to believe in ourselves.